No.
No, don't gnaw me now lah. I just want to eat.
Hi, I'm Dr. Leslie and this is my wife.
Hello, I'm Lisa.
We're here today at the Leong Guan Noodle Factory.
Yep, they are noodle maker here in Singapore.
Of course we're in Singapore, can't travel, COVID-19.
Well, it's important to let people know we're in Singapore because a lot of people think that noodles are made in Malaysia.
You know, you probably have eaten their noodles without knowing.
Oh, how so?
Because they supply to some of the famous hawkers and restaurants in Singapore.
Oh, is that right? But their noodles are also available on supermarket shelves for consumers like us, right?
That's right. And so today we're going to show you how your noodles are being made.
Okay, let's go. I'm here with Gate. She is the business manager of Leong Guan.
Hi Lisa,
Hello.
Welcome to Leong Guan today.
I'm just amazed by the amount of different types of noodles that you have here. So can you tell us a little bit about the background of Leong Guan?
So at Leong Guan, we actually started as a noodle supplier in 1996. So with that, it motivated us to actually produce our own recipes and started our own manufacturing plant. We started the manufacturing process in 2005. Yeah, so it's been almost 10 over years.
Okay, so I see these big silo outside your factory here. So what's inside the silo?
We actually contain flour.
Flour?
Yeah, we hold our flour in there.
Okay, and that's one silo of flour can last for how long?
About 1 day.
Just 1 day?
1 day. We produce about 30 tons of noodles daily. Yeah, different kinds of noodles. Yeah,
That's equivalent to how many bowls?
300,000 bowls of noodles for
300?
standard portions. We produce about 20% of the quantity of consumption in Singapore for noodles.
Okay, and you are one of the largest, right?
Yeah, I would safely say, or proudly say.
So I'm here with Kevin. He's the associate manager at Leong Guan Noodle Factory. Kevin, can you tell us quickly how the Kway Teow is made step by step for our audience?
Okay, sure. Kway Teow is actually made from 20% rice, 20% modified starch, and 60% water. We have to soak the rice first, we have to mill the rice, and then we add the modified starch inside. So it goes through a roller, that steams it, and it comes out as a sheet. Something like, Hong Kong Hor Fun. So we boil it, and then we cut it, and then we package it.
So the whole process, it looks like quite fast. How long does it take?
Generally, it takes about 15 minutes from the raw ingredient all the way to the finished product.
So I hope you all can see from the footage that from the time that the Kway Teow is being steamed all the way to it goes into the packet, nobody touches it.
For our Kway Teow that's available in supermarkets, we actually do have an additional step of pasteurization. Okay. So that really makes the product safe to be consumed out of the package.
Okay. All right.
Traditionally, all these noodles, they have a shelf life of maybe 3 to 4 days, so that's really too short for the retail market.
Right. Yeah.
But with pasteurization techniques, we can leave it up to 1 to 4 months in ambient condition.
So this is a very interesting point and a very important point for you all to know. You can find the Leong Guan noodles on the shelf, it's not in the fridge, right? Because when you put the noodles into the fridge, it all hardens up and the texture becomes not very nice, right?
So not just the texture, it's harder to use as well. When you try to separate it, it breaks.
Okay. You've seen the factory, so at least you can see the whole process and you can be rest assured when you open up the packet of Kway Teow from Leong Guan, everything is very, very clean and it's all pasteurized. You also make the Hokkien noodles here, right? I know, everybody knows what is the difference between Kway Teow and noodles, right? It's Teochew Kway Teow Hokkien mee. So what is the difference between the Hokkien noodle and the Teochew Kway Teow?
I think the main difference is that one is a rice-based noodle and the other one is wheat-based noodles. Yellow noodles is made from wheat flour and then you add water and a bit of alkaline just to make it springy.
And of course the other big difference is for the Hokkien mee, it's a dough rather than a slurry.
Yellow noodles is a bit more traditional. It's not unlike making pasta at home. It comes in the dough and then you shape it and then you cook it.
I understand also that you are one of the pioneers of brown rice noodles.
As a company, we are quite focused in food science. So Wholegrain noodles was one of the healthier options that we have created. One of the challenges is the taste and the texture. We need to make it as similar to the traditional version as possible.
But how did you all get past that challenge?
Just with resilience and sheer will that we managed to R&D, trial and error, and eventually we came out with the winning formula.
So whole grain noodles are definitely better for you.
Yep.
But the question is it going to taste as good? That I think everybody wants to know. So later on we'll try. and then I'll let you know. Okay. This is the freshest Hor Fun you can get. So later on we're gonna cook it and try it. This is the Kway Teow that I got direct from the thing, right? So,
I tell you, when it was like doing this, I just wanted to grab and eat.
Actually, you can just eat. You can just eat like that, no?
okay.
Directly.
Wow.
Then freshly made Kway Teow.
Yes.
It doesn't get fresh. Actually, if you buy Leong Guan, right? You know, they pack it today and tomorrow they're in the supermarket already. We're gonna try the white Kway Teow with the whole grain Kway Teow.
All right.
Then we'll see what's the difference.
Okay, Kate was telling me that her noodles are the best. All right, so it's time for us to give it a try.
Okay.
And this particular one is the whole grain version, so must be healthy lah. So is it healthy?
Yes, brown rice is definitely better than white rice because the absorption is slower of the the conversion to glucose and all these things. This is the white. Okay, and this is the...
You can see that the whole grain is a little bit more brown lah.
If you buy Kway Teow that's in the cold section, when you open out the Kway Teow, it's always very hard.
Yeah,
It's not very nice.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a process called retrogradation. When the starches are cooked, it becomes a gel.
Okay.
And when the gel cools down and it gets into the fridge, it hardens.
Oh, okay.
Just like that's why you when you fry rice, you want it to keep it overnight because you actually want the hard kind of rice.
So basically raw ones, the uncooked ones, you can put in the fridge, but the ones that are already cooked, it's best to leave it out.
It's best to leave it out, but only if they've actually pasteurized it, because the cooked noodles, if you are not pasteurized, it can only last a few days. So those kind of noodles are sold to the hawkers, Basically, they get their shipment today, they use it today. So you're waiting for the Kway Teow to steam. This is one of those things that you probably don't even think about doing at home. How many of you actually think about steaming Kway Teow at home? Kway Teow usually either you put into soup or else you use it to fry.
You're steaming it because you're going to make a simple recipe for us.
I'm just going to show you a very simple recipe that I learned from one of these Cantonese private dining chefs. So when he did it, right, he's going, so simple lah. Nice man. As long as the Kway Teow is good, it'll be nice.
Okay.
This is the white. So I put a bit of shallot oil. And then this is just soy sauce, no fancy whatever. Just soy sauce, shallot oil.
Oh.
And then we lau it a bit. And then we top it with the fried shallots. Yep, a bit more. Okay, so this is the white, and then this one is the brown rice.
The texture is a bit different, is it?
Texture, I think it is a little bit
slightly
different. We put in a bit of the oil.
Scallion oil.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce. So let's give a taste test. So this one is the white one.
Okay, ready?
Oh, look at that.
Yep,
nice.
let's go.
It's very chewy.
Actually, Kway Teow is a very nice one. Especially when it's fresh and you don't do much to it. You can actually taste the flavor of the rice. It's chewy, it's slippery. You taste the rice. This is the whole grain version.
Okay.
It actually doesn't look very brown, if you ask me.
Yeah, not very brown.
Yeah, they make out of brown rice, but I think it's just rice that has not been polished, as much as the white.
I would say I taste a slight difference. I don't want to use the word healthier because when it says healthier means it doesn't taste as nice, but it tastes a bit richer, a bit more substantial. I don't know why.
Really? Actually, truth of the matter is, if you serve this, right, and try to fry like char kway teow like that, nobody will be able to tell.
Exactly.
It's actually better for you, and if your kids can't tell, why not, right? So what do you think of our excursion today?
Yeah, some people online say it's a date.
Yeah, what do you think of our date today?
First of all, I didn't know that we make noodles, that we have noodle makers here in Singapore, and I would say Leong Guan's factory here, everything is very clean, very sanitized. I didn't realize that there's really hardly any human touch in the whole manufacturing process. And there's so much advantage of buying local, right?
Yeah. You know that the quality and the standards of sanitation and everything is there lah. Because it's Singapore ma.
Yeah, not to mention lower carbon footprint as well when you buy local. So guys, next time when you go to the supermarket, don't forget to pick up a pack of noodles from LG. And LG stands for?
Life's good.
Lasting goodness.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Yeah,
All right.
Lasting goodness.
All All right, signing out.